Hello, welcome back on we all. So we have to do the door. So we look, that is our reference there. We want to close that all. So we start there where we can close. So F there, F F. So we see here's one word more and there's one more and here nothing. So we can't close that. So we must plug in here words. So Control R, make a loop. Control R, make a loop. And then we close that parts. Here we see we need another loop in that direction. So I will wait with that. I close that with F. It's an end going, it's for sure. But that will be other later. So at first we separate that. So that means we take that one, that, that. Shift D, place them outside. P to separate the selection. Now we can open up here again. So we take edge selection and delete these edges and it's open up again. Oh, this one should be go also. Good. Now we have here that window mask. And you see there is horrible. Here is open and such more. Sure, because we must bring there completely this mean crease in. So, but at first we have here one word too much. So when we get that away, we will get problem with the original. So how we do that? We make here Control R, another loop in, and then we cut through them all. So with the knife from here till there, spacebar, just cut it through. We mark all, we go to move, we mesh, clean up, delete losers. There was no losers, that's good. A to select all, mesh, clean up. Where is it? Merge by distance. That's for overlaying words. It's okay. Null. 0. Then we have mesh normals. Recalculate outside. That looks better. And we make here a shade smooth. And we take here the rest of that. Wow, here's something wrong. Yeah, there's overlaying here, you see it. So that here must go out. So we take that one and X, delete edges. So it opens up here. So we can close it with F and close that with F. So that is better. We control each one. Move away. No second one down under it. Here also. Here too. Here too. Okay, that seems to be okay. So we take all again and mesh normals, flip outside. Now it's okay. Now we have to take here this words and N panel, N, and we increase 1. That sharps that up. So we have a sharp one. This one is now very banded and stretched and such more. That's not good for us. So we bring the pivot point to our object. So object set origin to geometry. Why that comes? Because we have here a mirror on it, so I disable the mirror. Then I bring that back into the helicopter, move the window a little bit away, and now you see he don't sharp that here at this edge, so we have to take here mean grease, and now it close up. Good. We see here's a little bending in the door itself, and that means you see here lighten parts and dark parts. The lighten parts mean it is too deep. The top part is darker, the light part is deeper. So when we bring them right out, you see the light parts disappear. And when they disappeared, you at the right height for that. And so you can control that. Don't move the outer rims, because then you will change the fitting with the rest of the helicopter. So here we see there's a lightened gray, so we bring them a little out and it is gone away. Good, now it has a better shape. File, save. We take that one, Shift D for secure only. We must make there a window in. That's the fact. So to do that, we take this faces here and extrude scale. So we get that. Then we take the middle word and delete them. Oh, stop. Before we delete that, we make a copy of them, we need that for the class. So Shift D, bring them out, P to separate. Now this is a singular mesh. Then we take here the middle word and delete them. Now we have an open window, but it is rounded and we need it hard. So we have to mean grease that here all. So mean grease 1. Then you see it sharpen not up here in the edge there, so we need to bring that here on mean grease 1. You see now that fits. Here is the same. Get that one, and then he sharpens up that here when we mean grease. Same is on each edge here. So now we have here a normal window. See here little stretches. So we get here object shade smooth first. Then again go into select all and mesh normals outside. So that looks better. We need now the window comes in, but the window is rounded 2. That is bad for us. So we must sharpen up them 2. And that means we have to increase them 2. So make them here to 1. And then object set the origin to geometry. So we have here the window itself. And that should fit now completely. And it does it when we position it correctly. And it must have a thickness, I told it to you last time. So A, select all, extrude and bring them back. We have now a rounded one again. Why? Because we have now here edges that are not beveled, mean crease. So we make here the crease in 1, and then he sharpens the round thing up, and so we make it with each of these edges around there. So here 2, crease 1. Now we have there the window. You see that it has some shading smooth problems. To disappear that, you have the chance to make it shade flat, but then you will see here this line, and that is not fine. So the only way is to bevel the front side, so that one. But to do that, we must before object apply rotation scale of it. Without that, the bevel can't work. So Control B and bevel only a little. Not must be much. But then we have the same problem. We must sharpen up the edges now. The bevel makes edges, and these edges are not mean creased, so they round up. And we don't want to have it round, we want to have it sharp. So we bring there a 1. So here 1, and that is 1, but not here. So, and there. So, and now we have a sharp 1, and that should be class for sure. So we go here and delete the rough part there and only that class there, and all is fine. This one needs no class, so we delete that. The door needs later for sure thickness. There we can use then a solidify for such. This one here, the front, needs no rough part there, only glass, so we have it there too. It's all okay. Good. File, save, N to close the panel. Good. What we have to do else? We have to build that holder here. That is the same like on the front wheel. That's the hydraulic. Yeah. And here comes the holder for this whole wheel. So that means we take here add mesh cylinder. I think 8 is okay. Scale down. Scale Z. Scale in the hole. So that is be that part. It is edgy in the moment, so we take their object shade smooth, but then we have here the shading arrows. Here's light, there is dark, and we can handle that by bring in their loops down and up, and then the shading arrow is gone. Here at the top, when you want that correctly, then you need there to shade flat. Shade flat, and then that is in the correct shape. It's like the same here, down other face, shade flat, and that is gone. For sure it's here dark, because the sun comes from up there and not from down there, so it must be dark. Good, we have to build now this holder here. So the holder, how we build that? Many ways can do that. We start at mesh cube, scale down. That should be the start. Scale Z X, bring it in front. Scale Y. That should be the thickness of that. Then we need here two outcoming parts. So that means we take here that one, extrude and rotate Y and scale up so that we have that. Then we extrude again, bring it down, rotate Y, scale down. We can cut it here, make it with a mirror, but I'm not sure we should do that. I hate mirrors, you know that. Oh, fuck it. Good, top view, word selection with background selection, Alt A disable all, B box selection, take the top part, scale Y 0, then Alt A deselect, B box selection, select, scale Y 0. Now we have a better looking mesh. So good. We try to use later a mirror. So we must make here the pivot point of this mesh. So I click here with left. This should be our mirror point. So we have to bring here the pivot point to the 3D cursor. So object, set origin to 3D cursor. Now the origin is here. Now we can use there a modifier, mirror modifier, and he mirrors that on that part. We take here clipping, and when we now select all and move them to the middle, it clip and merge together. Good. And what we do here will happen there too. So it's okay. We see that is banded and such more things. So we get here a bevel in it. Let's look that we select all. We don't need it here for sure because it must go there. Alt B and move. We don't need that much. I think roll them with the mouse button one time. That is enough. Make it on the back side also. So Control B, and then we have it. Good. It should be rounded up at this part here too. So Control B, move. And we don't get it because we must select them with us. Control B, then we can roll, and we have here some, but there we get problems because of that. So and we have select here one that we don't want to select, that one. So now that makes more sense. Control B, yeah, it moves correctly. Good. So we have here that round looking one, and we need to make it here round and smaller, and here come out apart. So that means when we take that thing here without the rest there, so good, we have only select that once. Control B. Oh, there was something selected. That one is selected. Good. Now not. So we can bevel now here and roll the mouse 2 times maybe, and it looks more round. It should be much smaller all in all, so that means we can take here the whole down part and bring them more up, and the oh, that was wrong. We must take that with us when we go up, such like that. And then we can take that whole part and bring it more there, so we get it thinner. Then all in all we can take that and move them till there, so it's smaller there. And we need here that it is wider than there, so we have to make here a loop in. Control R, make a loop there. Control R, make a loop there. That is strange, so we scale C0, and here also scale C0, and now we can cut through that. So we take here knife and go from that point, left click, that point, left click, spacebar to accept the cut. The same we do on the back side. Better we go to the back side, from there till there, spacebar. Good. We have now the cut in, so we can take now this loop and move them out. You see that moves away there, so we get a little bending effect on it. We can make that all in all smaller, so it's like that. That here needs normally a loop, but then we must cut through again. Oh, I hate it. Good. Scale C0, then Control R, make there a loop, scale C0, and again cut through it. Scale C0 with the knife, cut through from here till there, and backside from there till there, spacebar. Good. That we can handle now. Get back to move and bring them back to. Here we can bevel now. Control B, move, and then we can round up that here. And if you want, you can do that here also. A little bevel. Control B with less words, so you can roll the middle mouse button to influde that. Here's a little bit edgy, so we can use here a bevel 2, Control B, and bring the bevel on it. But I see I have here selected that, and we don't want that. So Control B, and only 2 is enough. Good, we have that. That all should be smoothed. Object, shade smooth. So we have that, and all in all that should be smaller, so scale Y. We have that, and we want to have here this part comes more out. So that means when we take that part and extrude them up, and we have that. Oh, it should be straight, and then we can bevel there also. So that means there, 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 and there. We bevel. Control B, move, roll the middle mouse button, and then we have a rounded one. Good. So that is our holder for the wheel. This here can be more inside. So that means we take word selection, C circle selection, get that here and move that there, and that's it. Good. We can bring that together. It's very much faster when you take a subdivide for such, but we did it this way. So to geometry, oh, we must before apply the mirror, and then we can move it there. Think we can scale that in the Y a little. Scale Y. Something went wrong here. Yeah, that is because the object set origin to geometry, so now scale Y. Yep, that works. A little bit smaller, scale Y. Okay, that is the holder for the back wheel. Maybe it's a little bit big, we can scale it a little bit down, bring it there, so such like that maybe. That's good, we join that together, object join, and place it to the helicopter. We give them the material green, helicopter roof. Good. Yeah, top view, and bring it, grabbing to the helicopter. Here's our 3D cursor, so we make Alt G and Shift C. Then the 3D cursor jumps in the middle point of our coordinate system. That's better. So we have that, file, save. Now this door is double, so we can M to move to the rest collection. File, save. In this case we work with the double window for this part, so we can bring the singular window on the second layer, so M to move, rest collection. File, save. Good. So what we have to do next is this rocket. We have it here, the rocket holder. That is no deadly munition, that is for the test. Real ones look other. That are real ones. And you see the symbol that are holders, and then the bombs are on this holder. So we only have to build that. Let's look again where we have it. That was that. Must find the right view. That is the view. Okay, so we add mesh, cube, scale down, scale Z. It should be a little bit longer, so scale Y. Then we should bring here out 2 lines, but I think we can work here with the mirror too. To do that, we get here the right side and bring them to the half. So the pivot point must be there where the 3D cursor is. So object mode, add set object origin to to the 3D cursor, sorry for that, and use the modifier mirror. So clipping should be on, edit mode, select all and move them together so it clips. Good. Now we have to go down there and in the middle. So for the middle, Control R, we need another loop. Then with C, circle selection, and oh, let me think, that is not now so easy. We extrude it and bring them down. Then it should be long. There must come and hold it down. So we take here circle selection and get them there. Then we get both and extrude it down. Scale C0. Scale C0. So that's the holder for rockets. It should be shorter, such like that. And we need the same one for down there. So I think we can simply take that thing here and Shift D, copy that and bring that down there. So we have that. We can bring them together when we bridge that. So F3 and type in bridge edge loops. So it is connected, but we don't need two loops, so we get one, and X dissolve edges. Now we have only one left, and that is okay. That is the weapon system. We only need here a little thing that comes up. So extrude again, bring it up. So that is the holder for the rockets. But we want to bevel that complete. So we select all with A and get now things away that we don't want to bevel. That is this one, we don't want to bevel, that one, the same here that we must bevel, but not that. That is a problem. That is a real problem. Okay. Then we make it manually. We take that one, that and that. This, and same here, that, and that. And we can take that one and that one. Good. Control B, bevel. First we must apply, so object, apply, rotation scale, and then Control B. So we can bevel there. It must be much, so that's enough. Then we bevel this ones, that, and that. Also that one. Yeah, this, and this. So I think that was all. Control B and bevel. Good. So that is a beveled object. That is better for the lighting. So Control Shade Smooth, Object Shade Smooth, and we have the holder for the rockets. Good. That should be some green stuff too, I think. Yeah, it's the same like the other one. Must look. Here it is brown. There, brown too. There it's green. Oh, we make it same color as the helicopter is, so green. Material, type in green, take the rough and that was it. Good. We have done that. Grab it to the helicopter, top view, bring it there. So the pivot point is not at the object, so object set origin to geometry. Oh, Control Z, go back. We must before apply the mirror. So now we can object set origin to geometry. Good, we have the holder, file, save. Good. We can try to bring that to the helicopter, the windows also. That here must be the glass material, so we delete here the green rough and take here the glass material. So we bring it back into. Good. That one's come on each side, I think, but we are not there. We first bring here the window on the top. So here that must be straight lined, and that means this have to come to the same height as the other ones. So same height is here. Then it should be closed. That means we have to bring the birds there where it can connect. That is, this part should be slided there. So we can close that with F. Then we have too much birds there, that's not that good. We try to close that, but it don't work correctly. But he tries to do that, and that is good. Good. Then we close that here, F, and then we have here the correct closing. Here we have that problem, so we have to mark that here and to open the panel and crease that so that it sharpens up there. Then you see one part is too deep, you see it on this single there, so we bring them down or the other up. You have the different options for that, and we take it here and bring that up, then the whole glass will be look bad, so we let that like it is. Good. We have that. Think that here must be scaled and it must open up here. So at first I bring here this glass into L to select the whole thing, but you see it isn't sharp up. But here we have a round one, so we don't need to sharp up. But when I look at that, it don't fit correctly, so P, separate the selection. Now it is a singular mesh, now I can handle them better. And the origin should be there, so object set origin to geometry. So then we disable here the mirror modifier. And now we can plug them into, and when it don't fit, we scale them simply a little, and then it will fit. So we scale them only a little, and then we have a closed one. Yes, of course. Nice. That here can be on the helicopter, so we bring it on there. That one too. That's the slider for the door. Here we have the slider for the door also. It must come down and more into. And that here must come down too, to the window there, and more into. Yeah. Let's look that we don't too near to that. Such like that. Yeah. That here must be higher than also. So that here must go more here into. So that means we take Alt A, deselect all. See circle selection and bring that here more into. But before we do that, we have to make here a loop in, Control R, make the loop just here, then see circle selection, get that here and move that into. So we have a banding there. You see that collides with the top line of the helicopter. So we go a little bit over it, then that looks better. Good, so we have that here must come more up and more outside of the heli, such like that. Good. We have that. File, save. This motor comes over the door and goes to the leaning part. So we take that all and join that first together. Don't forget here this stripes there. Object, join. Then grab it and scale it and bring it to the front. Bring it down and scale it down, such like that. We bring it onto a little bit up. That should be it. There is this part that comes in there, but at first we should take their subdivision surface modifier to make it sharper. That's good. Then we bring here this black one in front of. So bring it here in front, scale it down and plug it into and onto, down behind them. Yeah, correct. So the motor is settled. File, save. That is connected. So we rotate set 90 degrees. And bring them here at the end. It is on that part. Yeah. We bring them in the middle of the helicopter, so top view, and set it in the middle. Front view. We lean it, rotate, such like that. We need there a bumper. So we take here our bumper, Shift D, make a copy, place them in the middle too, so top view, bring them in the middle, N to close that panel, front view numpad 1, Scale them down, rotate Y, and place them on the other one. So that is the holder for that. We look from down, so we can handle that better fitting. Good. So we need a wheel. So Shift D, we take that wheel and rotate set 90 degrees. Grab it there, scale it down, top view, and bring it in the middle. So we have that. It should be between these ones. That is correct. Good. So we have done that too. File, save. Good. Then this one comes here at the front. Must look exactly. Start of end of the door, middle of the window, and it is leaned a little. So where is this one? That is the end of the window, so it must be there. That one must be there, but smaller. And it's deeper, it's very deep, so it's like there. And it is a little bit leaned, so rotate. Good. Plug it into. Yeah. Good. We have that. Then we need there the wheel, so rotate set 90 degrees. Grab it there. And it should be a little bit smaller, so scale. Then we get the bumper here and bring them together. So top view, bring it till the side. Front view, numpad 1. We rotate them to the to the wheel. Bring them more here into. Must be deeper, so that comes from here out and go to the wheel. That's correct. And bring the wheel in front. So. And then we need the other bumper, this one. Grab it there. That comes out there to the wheel. So we can take that here and rotate it a little so it comes there. Then we bring them to fit there. Must look that we are not in the wheel, so we have to bring it a little bit more there. Good. That's it. But here I will see more from the metal. So I take here this part and GG. I can handle the moving. We take here local axis. Now we can move here in the set to control it better. And we go back to global axis. And it is set up now. Oh, we see here it can be a little bit more there complete. So we get this one there with a little bit more rotate. And this one should be a little bit more there. Okay. So that's it, or we move that here a little bit more there and there. So that makes more sense there. A little deeper. Yeah, that looks good. Yes. Good. File, save. So now we have the weapon holder, so we bring them there, and we have to mirror them. So object, apply rotation scale, then we take here object mirror, interactive mirror, hold middle mouse button and move the mouse around, and when it's correct you let them go. Click left and it is accepted. So where the holder comes, it is at the top, down under the motor, and between the doors, I think. Looks so. Let's look from other sides. Yeah, it's between, and it's only a little bit leaning, I think. I must show. Yeah, a little. Okay, try to. So it comes to the middle, to the both parts here. So we scale down. But I think that must be bigger in the X direction. So scale Y and bring that more out. That's a little bit too long. Scale Y. I think that can work. Bring it into. Here that is too round when you ask me. So we scale X, make it bigger. That is okay for me at the moment. And from the leaning that is okay. But I think from the height we can go much there and then more into. So such like that, that's better. Good. Here comes the weapons on. I think that is small. So scale X, make it bigger. Oops, Control Z. Okay, Alt A, deselect. So we must bring the holders on it. We have two holders, a bigger one and a smaller one. The bigger one comes near 2D and the other not near. Okay. So that one here must be turned, rotate set 180 degrees and bring it to the holder. Bring it to the side and scale it down. Such like that maybe. And bring it into. And we see that here is too high. So we scale that down. Scale C. So that is the holder. And there comes the bombs on, I think. Yep. So we plug the bomb there. A little bit big maybe. So I think that can work. And bring that down under. A little bit fat, I think. But they are fat. Or? They are long. Long and fat. But when we see it from the front, we don't have one from the front. That is bad. But it looks a little bit smaller, I think, and longer. Such like that, and maybe longer. So we take here the complete back with C and bring them out. So that's the bomb ready to beef. For beef, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So file, save. Then the other holder. So rotate set 180 degrees. Bring up, bring it to the weapon holder. There. And scale down to the same size like the other one. There. And scale that down too. So we have to take that here and scale Z to bring it down. Then we have to bring it into and back a little. It is too fat, so scale C again. That looks better, but it must be more leaned. So we get that here down. Good. Think we have that, but they should be on the same height here. So we must look, that is too high or not. We must look. That is long. Okay. Think that is right. So we can take here the down part, only the down part, and bring them to the same height as the other, such like that. Good. Here comes now the other weapons on. Oh, I see it's open there. So F to close, and here to mark it, F to close. Good. Then the weapon holder, rotate set 90 degrees. Color should be the green gray, that's correct. Grab it to the holder. Top view. Bring it to the holder. In the middle. And scale them down. Such like that. And plug them into. Can be longer. Scale Y. X. Such like that. There comes the rockets in there. For the rockets, they come here, here, there, and there. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So, file, save. So we have done a lot for today. So thanks a lot for watching. We see us in the next tutorial part. Bye.